Hi everyone, welcome back to Swiss Home Garden. Chitra here. In this video, I will be taking you through a step-by-step process of how we extended our garden shed roof. Let's begin. This video was shot in August, and that was when we extended the roof of our existing garden shed, but I never had the time to edit this video, and so finally it was time to share it. This garden shed was built in 2017 during the summer months, and we built it 1 year after we moved in. That was when we started to garden. The first year we couldn't garden really anything because the whole garden was still with a lot of trees, and till it was all logged we couldn't really set up the garden. And after we had the garden ready, we needed a shed to store the tools, and that was when we ordered this flat pack garden shed, and with the help of the instruction manual built it by ourselves. My husband built it, not me. We wanted to extend the roof since quite some time. The existing roof is made out of wood and it had a waterproof sheet. We wanted to extend it so that we also have a shelter for the robot, and on the other side we have a little bit more extension to keep other tools and maybe the grill over there. First, he will be removing this waterproof sheet and then fixing the roofing beams, and then on top of that he will fix the roofing sheets. The previous robot was left outside without any shelter, and it was left to all kinds of elements that the electronic got spoiled. Fortunately, the garden center could replace the older robot at no extra cost, and we got an upgraded version, and we are very happy with this new robot. I am not much of a technical person or a DIY person, but I will try to summarize it as best as I can. After measuring everything, he has cut the roofing beam to the right sizes and the lathe to the right sizes. I will give you the measurement of what we did. The first thing he is doing is making a groove for the roofing beam. This he will be fixing it and locking it with the roofing lathe. And this is just for the first one. The remaining he will be placing the roofing lathe on top of the beam and then hammering it together. Existing dimensions of the shed is 3.5 meters in the width and 1.5 meters depth. We wanted to extend 1 meter towards the front like an overhanging roof and 1 meter towards the side close to the building. This way the robot gets a nice shelter, and on the other side we wanted to store some things. So this should be a practical solution for that. We wanted a simple and cost-effective roof to keep the shed and the robot dry, and that was the purpose, and we didn't want to be spending a whole lot of money into making this very pretty too. We made a grid by using 6 roofing beams of length 2.5 meters and a width of 6 centimeters and a thickness of 4 centimeters. We placed them vertically 75 centimeters apart. Then we interlocked that with 6 roofing lathe. This roofing lathe is a little bit thinner, and we used 4.5 meters in length, 2.5 centimeters thickness and a width of 5 centimeters. You saw him making a groove for one of the beams. This is only for the front beam so that it fits properly. For the remaining, he will just be hammering the beam onto the lathe. And after that, he will be fixing the roof. The garden shed is not very big. We can store just most of our garden tools and some pots inside. But during the winter months, we bring the robot inside and store it in our cellar because there's not enough space in the garden shed for the robot. At the time of constructing this shed, we had to adhere to the town planning restrictions. We couldn't build the shed at a different location too because of the stream that is flowing in between both the side of the garden. Meantime, they have relaxed the rules. We could actually move the shed, but it's too much of an effort, so we stick with the same area. And that was the reason we chose a shed fitting exactly into the paving which was done, and chose an extended porch to the shed to store the firewood and other things there. He had already fixed the sheets fully, but then we realized that the light towards the bathroom was really very much compromised. We didn't have enough natural light anymore because of the dark roof. So I could intervene at that point to remove the roof out on that extension, and we could change it to a transparent fiberglass roof. The shed had already compromised a little bit of the natural light which was inside the guest bathroom, and now with this extension it had compromised even further. But fortunately we could change this and use the transparent roof. This is not an optimal solution, but it is something we could live with. Maybe at a later date we could just change everything to fiberglass, but we wanted to calculate a little bit with the cost and we wanted to make it budget friendly. Between the roofing sheet and the lathe, he will be fixing a foam. This is to close the gaps, and these foams are specially meant for this purpose. On top of the roofing lathe, the foam will be fixed, and then on top of the foam, he will fix the roofing sheet. This beam was already there. It was on the front side, and what he will be doing it, he will be cutting it to fit to this, and then he will fix it back in its original place. This will again close the gap which was there between the roof and the beam. With this, I end my video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you could get some ideas on how you can extend a roof, or in case you're planning to do a whole garden shed of your own. Thank you for watching. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. I post one new video every week on food from scratch, Swiss country living, gardening and natural recipes. See you in my next video. Bye bye.